Today we are moving to discuss about another plant disease that is known as the citrus canker. Okay, as the name indicates, citrus canker is a bacterial disease which affects on citrus plant. So what do you mean by citrus plant? It is a family of citrus like all the lemons, and mostly this disease particularly affects the lemon plant, so that it is a bacterial disease of citrus plant. The causative organism of this citrus canker is Pseudomonas citrae, or which is otherwise known as Xanthomonas citrae. The host of this particular pathogen is different species of citrus. Okay, not only the lemon, but the other plants like oranges and the other plants, Musambi, all these plants are affected by this Pseudomonas citrae. This disease, which might have originated in India or Java and then spread to other countries. So now it is known to occur in every citrus growing area of the world, which is originated from India and spread to all over the world. And what are the symptoms? Okay, the citrus canker may affect any part of the tree which above the ground, which means not only the leaves, it affects the leaves, twigs, young branches and fruits are the most susceptible part. On the leaves, the canker appear as small watery translucent spots. Usually these are darker in color and which is raised from the surface. Okay. So, the major symptoms affected on leaves appear as a translucent spots. And when the disease becomes older, the old lesions become coggy and brown. The young twigs, if it affected to young twigs, the lesions are similar to those on leaves as a spot initially, but they become irregular in shape. The canker lesions on fruits appear as similar to those on leaves, except that the yellow halo is absent and there is a crater-like appearance is more noticeable in the case of cankers in fruits. Whereas in the case of leaves or in twigs, these are appear as spores, whereas in the case of fruits, these are affected like a crater appearance. You can see on this picture. Okay, as the canker tissue remains restricted to skin portions of the fruits, the juice is not affected. But when it is on severe infection, it will affect it to the juicy part. Okay, and when the infection becomes severe, the broken twigs, the twigs become broken, and lastly, the entire plant gets died. That scenario, this disease become worst. These are the symptoms that you can see in the leaves. You can see that yellow halo on the leaves. Okay, and these are the translucent spots, and these are raised from the surface itself. And when come to the fruits, you can see that corky appearance, or these are cratered appearance on the fruits, and also the twigs, you can see that the cratered appearance. The causative organism for the citrus canker is Pseudomonas citrae or Xanthomonas citrae, which is short rod-shaped bacteria which is motile, which means they are having the flagella. Okay, and these are the dimension, that is which is about 1.5 to 3 micrometer long and 0.5 to 1.5 micrometer broad, and they are aerobic organism. Okay, so this is the causative organism. So you can remind that the Pseudomonas citrae, the Pseudomonas, that is the genus, and the citrae means the species which affects on the citrus species. So that the causative organism named as Pseudomonas citrae or Xanthomonas citrae. And the disease cycle, like when the inoculum is provided by the diseased twigs and the leaves, and then the pathogen enters the host through various types of wounds or natural openings. Which are the natural openings? Like in the case of twigs, they are having the openings like lenticels, and when come to the leaves, they are having natural openings like the stomata. Okay, so once the diseased twigs or the leaves, the pathogen enters through the wounds, whether it is in the case of twigs or in the case of leaves, which is they are having the natural openings also. On the penetration into the host, it multiplies in the intercellular spaces and dissolves the middle lamella, and which multiplies and establish itself in the cortex. Once it enters into the cell, which is multiplies in the intercellular spaces, you know that the structure of cell wall, they are having cementing substance known as the middle lamellae. That middle lamella get affected by the pathogen and which is dissolving, and then it multiply and establish itself in the cortex. And the disease is disseminated by wind, rain, or sometimes insects. And then another dissemination agent is man, and where the pathogen and transports the disease. And what are the control measures? One is the quarantine rule, that is the control by checking its movement by quarantine rule, and that is keeping isolation. Another one is the eradication or the complete destruction of infected trees by burning or other methods, so that it won't affect the other parts in the orchard. Another one is the by sanitary precautions. Okay, and then the use of resistant varieties. We are depending on the plant breeding techniques. And then another natural control is the spraying of neem cake at the rate about 7 kg per acre, which is highly effective. And they are another chemicals like streptomycin sulfate, and another one is phytomycin. Both is can be applied in every 15 days, which is again effective for checking the diseases. So that is about the disease citrus canker. Citrus canker, which is caused by the organism, the bacteria Pseudomonas citri. So these are about the symptoms and their etiology and the control measures. So that's about citrus canker. Thank you.